Hello, everyone. I have a meeting in 2 hours or so. But I was sitting here watching Joy Reid and some of the other people on TV, and they're talking about the Arizona court. Sorry, the Arizona court, as everybody probably knows, and the abortion issue, getting rid of abortion completely. And I made 2, maybe 3 videos. The thing about nails, once you get them on, you can't pick up nothing. So, anyway, I made a few videos, and I said in those videos, one, I said, I think it was that the church was one. Another one was that you guys aren't going to be able to decide who to have sex with and what type of sex you can have in your own home, in your own bed, in your own bedrooms. They're going to dictate what type of sex you can have. Thinking another one, I said, you guys are going to be have people getting shot because you're going to be outside somebody's house telling them what they can and can't do, because somebody's going to be looking through their window and see them having the type of sex that the Bible says they can't have. That's not in the Bible. But what some man thinks. See, this whole thing is coming back to just men. Just men can run the world. Just men can make decisions. Men want to be in control of women 100%. 100%. What to think, what to do. They want to be in control. Nail popped off already. And I'm telling you there's going to be a war, because that's not going to happen. In America, it's not going to happen. Maybe sometime in the future, because see, the young generation and these young generation of guys, guys and girls, if you have never seen the past to know where we came from, all of this is new to them. And this is why I got upset when Roland Martin was screaming and hollering at the other guy who used to be a Democrat and now he's a Republican and this and that. We don't get away from Democrat and Republican talk and just vote for a regular person. Yes, I'm running for president, but that's not what this video is about. If we don't get away from voting for Democrats and Republicans, all of these people, you're making this money on YouTube and y'all like it, that's not going to be available for women and people of color. In about a year or 2 years, all of this content on YouTube, gone. You're not going to be able to do it. That's what I know. When I started making my videos, I'm making my videos for myself, and I have to download them because I haven't downloaded them recently. But I really do make my videos for myself so that when I'm older, because me growing up, we could never do something like this and send it out and other people would see it. It's like you're on TV. So this is exciting to me. Let me see how my nails look. Hands look okay. The nails look okay. And it's not that people don't believe me. It's just some people feel like, well, we're helpless to do anything about it. And you absolutely are not helpless to do anything about it. Like I said, plenty of videos. I said, if you guys don't want to vote for me, I get it. Fine. Who am I? I'm just somebody who's saying I'm running for president. There's a lot of us out there like that. No name recognition or anything like that. We are just telling you that we're done with what's going on and we're running for president of the United States. We're not going to sit back and just watch it happen, knowing that we could run, knowing that we could be a choice for Americans. But we're just too chicken shit to do it because we didn't want to be rejected. I don't expect to be rejected. I know the majority of the people in this country aren't even going to see or hear what I'm saying. But there are people who want to go back. They want to go back in time. And people my age and older, we know that. We know that's what they want to do. But the tee-hee-hee is on them because they're not part of the group. The people that are making these decisions, y'all are not part of the group. Yep, I'm putting clear nail polish, a top coat is what this is called, on clear nails. So it's like people got to find out for themselves, but y'all not going to be able to do a lot of things that you're currently doing. You're not going to be able to do them. This doesn't have anything to do too much with Trump. And I know people don't like when I say that. You know, certain people don't like when I say that. This has to do with people in this country because they see Trump as the way to accomplish it. Trump don't care about nothing he passing. Well, I made a video, the church is one, because you all are staying home and we all are being divisive and vote left and right and abortion and this and that. I don't have abortions. I would never have an abortion. Even if somebody raped me, I would think I already said that. I would have the baby, but I don't have a right to tell somebody else, if you're raped, you got to have the baby, but that someone forced into your body by someone who attacked you. Going through being pregnant and what your mind and your body goes through when you're pregnant, it's like you're a different person. And some people don't come back from that. Your uterus is like this. Where's that camera? Your uterus is like this. It has to open and stretch to about like this to let a head push through it. A baby's head. And then the rest, because it can't open to, if it rips, if you rip a woman when she's pregnant, if she rips her uterus, you know that's how women die, because you can't go in there and sew it back, so you bleed out. And even if you try to sew it back, you're putting more holes in the uterus, so you can't staple it back. Oh, why do some women die? Because when you have a baby that's the size of a 3-month-old and your uterus is like this, and it has to stretch to this, that's what the pain is of contractions. And that pain, it goes all throughout your stomach, all down your legs, all in your back, in your rectum. It is everywhere. And if you're overly sensitive, or if you have any type of nerve damage, your nerves in your head to your toe reacts to the pain. And your whole body is doom, 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 doom. So to tell someone, somebody put a fetus in you, to tell someone you have a fetus in you without a head, the heart's beating because it's attached to your umbilical cord and you're keeping it alive. To tell women, any woman, you still got to have the baby, have your uterus stretched, possibly kill yourself to bring the child into the world. Because I tell you, a lot of women don't work. This is why they say black women are not being given the same medical treatment as white women. Just sometimes you got to have a C-section. And the doctor knows that. That's why they tell you, you can be in labor for 3 days, but then the baby's going to get weak because the baby's pushing to get out. And if your uterus is only opened up this much, how many centimeters is that? 2 centimeters? Then the baby's pushing to come out and it's getting weak. You getting weak. So now you need a C-section. Do you have a doctor that can do a C-section? Because midwife can't do C-section. They shouldn't be. That's layers of skin and tissue and muscle that have to be cut through safely and then opened, That cavity has to be open so that baby can be pulled out. So midwife can't do that. But some places don't have a doctor. So I keep telling y'all, a war is coming. A war is coming. Because if you think that Americans, when the realization of Joe Biden and Donald Trump, who are one and the same, because I swear people are going around saying, "Oh, you get Trump, they're gonna get rid of abortion." Well, Biden's in there now, and they're getting rid of it. And what is he doing? What does he have his attorney general doing? Nothing. His attorney general and my attorney generals, plural, should be arresting any judge who's making a decision in violation of the law. So I was watching Joy Reid and her guests, and they talk about draconian, which is a time in history, draconian laws from the 1800s that was written by a man. It doesn't matter who wrote the law. All laws are written by men. We don't have women writing laws. Even at the United States Supreme Court, they're not writing laws. They're just making decisions on the laws that's already on the books. Every now and then they add a little curve in there, and you get yourself a what's called decisional law. Let me try and not mess them up and get them to knocked off before the video is over. I don't understand why people think that you only have to vote for Trump. You only have to vote for Biden. My stuff is not out in a large number because, one, I'm still preparing it. It's not based on what people are talking about on the news. This is just my opinion about what people are talking about on the news. But I've said this. I've been saying this for years, actually. But from when I started making the videos, was in 2020, I believe, February 2020, or yeah. But then I started making these type of videos about 2 years ago. Yeah, and it was maybe a year and a half ago that I said, "Why am I complaining about me being a Democrat, voting for Democrats? Me being and sometimes Republicans, and other people are Republicans and they vote Republicans. Why am I complaining about it instead of doing something about it?" Do I believe in the Constitution or not? Do I believe that the Constitution says any American can run for the presidency? If you are natural born, over 14, 35 years of age or older. Sorry, I was thinking about there's 3 qualifications. 3 qualifications. See, I couldn't do this a while back. All right. Some of you may know I'm talking about my hands. I got the carpal tunnel shot, and I have to go see a neurologist about the rest of my hands. All right. But as president, I'm not going to be typing and doing all of this. Someone will type for me. And then I just read it and make sure it says what it says. But I'm gonna go. But that war is coming, and I just hope you guys are prepared. I've told my family to get prepared for it. They're probably not listening to me. I told them to stock up on water. Men want women under their thumb. It's not every single man, but it's more men than not, because it don't matter till it happens. Once it happens, oh, this lady didn't know what she was talking about. Oh, we should have made her president. Because, see, I'm getting rid of judges when I'm president that have broken the law with my attorney general and my staff. Legally. I don't mean going in there and Rambo like Trump wanting to get revenge. Why is Trump ahead of Biden? They can't figure it out. Because there are people like me that refuse to vote for Biden. There are people... And so that's how you get the crazies in. And because I'm actually a Christian, I live a Christian life. Yes, I had kids out of wedlock. Yes, they have the same father, but I didn't marry him. 17 men asked me to marry them. No, I have a right to say no. Well, I said yes to the last one, but he passed away before we could do it. But I have a right to say no and not have a man be upset with me and not have a man tell me that I have too much freedoms or I'm thinking and I should only do what they tell me to do. That's what's coming. And that's where the war is going to happen. Because if you men think that women are going to be so submissive to you, and that's the thing that turns me off about marriage. I don't think that a woman shouldn't be submissive when it's appropriate to be submissive to your husband, but to expect me to be a slave under the name of wife when you still gonna live like you single, in order for me to have kids, I could not justify that. And for some of you, I've told you I've read the Bible 10 times. But not memorize it, but read. You read for knowledge. You read so that you can get that example from the story. There's nowhere in the Bible that said, and all the things that it said how to be submissive to your husband, there's nowhere in the Bible where it says you can only have kids with a husband. It doesn't exist. Because what was in the Bible was that men could have 2 and 3 wives. But we've gotten beyond that, right? So if men can have 2 and 3 wives, and I told you I had my first child at 15, but I've been in school and learning about the Bible since the age of 8. And when you are a child and when you are learning about something from the first time, you drink it up and you remember it. It only says that it is... against the divers. Actually, no, it's not in the divers. No, it's not in the divers. To not have kids out of wedlock. I'm forgetting where it is. It's not the Chronicles. All right, I can't, because me and names is another thing. But it's not even an abomination. It's not adultery. It's fornication. That's how the Bible describes it, fornication. And but it's not an abomination. And being an abomination means it's something that is disgusting. So fornication and having children out of wedlock is allowed in the Bible. They're bringing that back. Who is bringing that back? Black men that's voting for Trump. Black women that are voting for Trump. White, Asian, Native Americans, Hawaiians that are voting for Trump. Jewish people that are voting, because there are some Jews voting for Trump. You guys in America are bringing this back. And a lot of you are doing it for Trump because you're angry at the government. And the Democrats are so stupid, they're over there saying, why? What time is it? The reason why is to take away rights. That's the whole purpose. Church and state supposed to be separate. And I remember in one of my videos, I said, you people are going to be outside house singing and chanting and looking through your window and seeing what you're doing with whomever you with. If you're gay, you can forget it. If you're bisexual, you can forget it. And the thing about y'all is y'all go around happy-go-lucky and you don't vote for someone like me who would get rid of these judges legally who broke the law. Biden ain't gonna never do that, neither is Trump. Judges who, through their decisional law, broke the law are not above the law. They don't get immunity for things like that. It's how you word it. But they be out of office, and there be an interim judge in all of those judges' places until they have their trial. And I can guarantee you that trial is going to take 6 years. Because I'm not even going to address it in my administration. Yeah. How like Merrick Garland didn't want to press charges against Trump in 2021 or the beginning of 2022 for the insurrection. He waited until the end of 2023 or mid 2023. I think it was summertime or August or something like that. Fall of 2023 to even bring the charges against Trump. He wasn't doing nothing for 2 years. Oh, we had the committee had to have the commission, the 911 commission had to. That you're separate from the 911 commission. You had your own evidence, your own laws to follow. But Merrick Garland wants to be a United States Supreme Court judge. And I already told y'all at several videos, he's not going to prosecute Trump. And what did he do? He went out, hired that Republican, Jack Smith, and Jack Smith didn't even charge him with the 2 charges that he did. He charged him with charges that, if you've ever sat on a jury, I've sat on a jury, and the public think it's easy. This is what he did. This is what they're showing. Fine. Well, when you're a juror, you have to go by the standards. And if you don't meet the standards, even though we saw him do a crime, that crime ain't getting in there before the jurors. So those of you who've been on juries, you know what I'm talking about. Those of you who don't, you can have evidence, complete evidence of a crime, and it can be knocked out and kept out of the courts. See, I'm not going to go into that, but this is why a madman attacked a certain race of people, and they came to this country, and then they installed that here. And that is why people want Trump. They are tired. They are tired of the people who made these laws having it not applied to them. Now, they got their own reason, religious, money is for all of them, being replaced by other people coming into the country. They all have their reasons, but that's why they keep backing Trump. Like, we don't understand why Trump is neck and neck, and most polls he's ahead of Biden. We don't want Biden. We don't want Trump. But guess what? I voted for Biden to get rid of Trump. He's back again. I'm not voting for Biden. I'm not going to not vote. I'm going to vote for myself. Golda D. Harris. But the whole point of this is to make a class of people subservient to another class of people, so that the rich stay rich. And there's people that's rich right now. They think, oh, I got $1 million, $2 million. I'm about to have $3 million. No, baby, you're not rich. You're the middle class. You're not rich. And one thing happened, and you back down to poor class. So that's why I'm trying to bring everybody out of poverty that's an American in my administration with the $85,000 plus a year from our taxes. But our taxes have to be fed back into the system for 3 years of my administration. I'm going to put it out there. I'm going to put it out there and just see, if you think about your survival and your future retirement, and stop thinking about the issues that people are telling you to think about, like abortion. You're never going to stop abortions. Before they made a law that said you couldn't have an abortion, women were having abortions since the time of the Bible. Since the time of the Bible, women been having abortions. They're going to continue to have abortions. You're not going to stop it. It was just done in secrecy. So we go back to secrecy. Let me get my paperwork done now that I think my nails are dry. But that the war is coming. I don't mean a war where people are going to, the army's going to be attacking against whatever. I'm talking about people in America that have guns, that have weapons, that have machetes. The temperature already is all the way up there. Okay. So add on top of that, your rights are being clawed away at. That's what's happening. The church want this, the church want that. They hiding behind the church, honey. Men want to be in control. They want to be in charge of women. They want us censored. They think we talk too much, we're boisterous, we have an opinion, and they don't like it. We should like them, whether they are good men, bad men, mean men, clean men, stinky men. We should just like them and be happy that they chose us to be in their presence. And they want multiple of us. See, this is all of this is hidden behind the church. And there are some women who love being submissive and being passed around to men in the church in the name of the Lord. See, that they use that Bible for so many things it should not be used for. To hoodwink people in. But you can't hoodwink me because I've read Bible. They put titles on everything. I'm not interested. We have so many things going on in this country and so many different categories that need to be taken care of and addressed permanently. It's never going to happen with the United States Supreme Court being what it is. And I'm not talking about Republican judge, Democrat judge. I'm not. I'm talking about the capitalists who have bought these people to make the decisions that they're making. Because if you think about what the court's doing, what the court is doing is in violation of the Constitution. So when you say the Constitution means nothing and the church is going to take over and women have to be submissive, you don't think a war is coming? People can't be bisexual, same-sex, gay. You got to be male or female or whatever. No more. No, they're going to completely do away with that. I'm telling you, they're going to line you guys up and shoot you, according to the plan that's out there from the Republicans. But the Democrats are just as much at fault because, one, they didn't speak out about it so that it could be highlighted. And the reason they didn't do that is they're in agreement with it. They won't say it. But I keep telling y'all, Biden and Trump are working for the same people. They just call each other two different things to divide the public. But there is 90+ million other people. And if you people don't go and get registered to vote, take your mail-in ballot. People that's voting for me, I'm asking them to do a mail-in ballot because electronically it could be checked. If you go in and you sign my name, maybe they can get rid of it. Maybe they can erase it. I don't know how your system is set up state to state. If it's paper ballot, it's just something on the machine. If it's on the machine, they can wipe it out. If it's paper, they can lose it. But when you have a mail-in ballot and it gets scanned, you can always say, okay, where's my ballot? See, that's in your hand, paper in your hand proof. Make a copy of that ballot, front and back, before you mail it in. People that are voting for me. So you can say, this is what I sent you. Where is it? Y'all have a good day. A war is coming. Because you're not going to suppress people. I'm gonna get out of here. Have a good day.